So in this video I'm going to show you some text editing techniques, the basic techniques that you're going to need to be able to use in your Access assignments. And as you can see on my screen, I've already added some text to work with. So to start with, I'll just show you how to change your text to make it bigger or smaller and change the font and the font style. So if you select a line of text, so click and drag over a line of text, you've got two options available to you. First of all, you've got some styles up here on the ribbon. So Word has given you, here we go, as I hover over them it will show you what they look like. Word has given you a title style, a heading style, heading 2, and so on. So you could apply one of those. Let's just add a title just for the purpose of demonstration. Or you can change the style of your text yourself. So again, if I select the second line and come up here on the home ribbon to the font drop down, I can choose a font I like, and then on the drop down next door I can change the size of that font. And I can also change the colour of it over here. Go for a blue. While I've got that line selected, I can change the alignment of the text by coming over to these buttons here. So you've got the centre alignment to move it into the middle of the page, and right alignment to move it across to the right hand side of the page. I think we'll go for centre alignment for that line, and if I select, click and drag over this line, we can centre that as well. If I select the main heading again, let's just show you these three buttons. So we've got underline, the little U, we've got bold and italics. Okay. And then if I select the 4 items here, this list items, I can add bullets, either bullet points or numbered bullets, by coming up to the bullet menu here. I can add some ticks, or changing that to a numbered list. We've got a selection there. So let's scroll down a bit to the main body of my document. You'll notice there's a difference between these paragraphs here, if I select them to show you, and the paragraphs below. Both have got this straight left margin, straight left alignment, but whereas this section here at the bottom, if I highlight it to show you where I'm talking about, has a jagged right margin, the paragraphs above it have a very straight boxy look. That's known as full justification. So to apply full justification to your own documents, and it does make your documents look nice and neat, select the text you want to justify and come up here to the justification button on the paragraph section of the ribbon, and we'll just choose justify. There we are. So we get that nice boxy left and right margin. Selecting, let's select that section now. If you click on the tiny arrow here that's in the bottom right hand section of the paragraph part of the ribbon, that takes you into the paragraph settings. You'll notice in your document presentation guidelines that you are asked to use specific line spacing, and this is where you change your line spacing. So you can see that at the moment my line spacing is set to single. I'm going to change it to double and then click OK. So you get more space between each line, which is useful for when your lecturers are marking your work. The other thing you will notice in the document presentation guidelines is that you're asked to use specific left and right margins. So the margins are the white space here on the left and right of the page, as well as the white space at the top and bottom. Now we're not so worried about the top and bottom margin, but we do like you to leave quite a wide left and right margin. To do that, left click on page layout, and then from the ribbon go to margins, scroll down, you can ignore the preset margins, click on custom margins right at the bottom, and you can change the left and right margin. Either use the little arrows like this, or you can click into the box and type the margin setting and click OK. And you might not have noticed that there was a small change to the left and right margin, so we've now got a little bit more white space left and right. The other thing you might want to do, although not for assignments usually, is to change the orientation of your page. So at the moment we've got the standard document orientation of portrait, where the shortest edge of the page is at the top. If you want to change it to landscape so that the shortest edge is at the side, then again from the page layout tab on the ribbon choose orientation and click landscape. You can see now you've got a much wider page. It's flipped itself to landscape mode. And I think that's about all I wanted to show you for now.